I was accused of stealing from my workplace. 6 months later, they begged me to come back. I never thought a single jar of peanut butter would cost me my job and reputation, or that it would eventually lead to the sweetest redemption of my career. Last year, I was working as a kitchen manager at Harvest Table, an upscale farm-to-table restaurant in Portland. I'd been there for 3 years, working my way up from line cook. The owner, Relachid Marcus, was known for his exacting standards and volatile temper, but I loved the creativity and quality of our work. One Tuesday morning, I arrived early to prep for a private event. The restaurant was empty except for Diane, our new inventory manager who'd been hired just 2 weeks earlier. She barely acknowledged me as I tied on my apron and started my prep list. An hour later, Marcus stormed into the kitchen, his face flushed with anger. In his hand was a jar of our house-made maple bourbon peanut butter, a specialty we sold for $15 a jar. Someone's been stealing inventory, he announced, glaring at me. Diane noticed 3 jars missing during this morning's count. Before I could respond, he continued. We checked the security footage. You were the only one near the storage area yesterday after closing. It was true. I had been in storage taking inventory of our produce delivery, but I hadn't touched the peanut butter. I didn't take anything. Maybe there was a miscount. Diane stepped forward, clutching her clipboard. I triple-checked the numbers. 3 jars I definitely missing. Chef Marcus made his decision on the spot. I can't have thieves in my kitchen. Clear out your locker. You are done just like that. 3 years of dedication erased by an accusation. No investigation, no chance to defend myself. As I packed my knives with shaking hands, my coworkers avoided eye contact. Only Elena, our pastry chef, whispered I. Don't believe it. As I walked out, word travels fast in the restaurant industry within days. I couldn't get interviews at any decent establishment in town. Yanush Marcus had spread the word that I was a thief. I ended up taking a job at a diner across town flipping burgers for half my previous salary. Then 6 months later, Elena called me. You need to come by the restaurant, she said, her voice urgent. Diane was caught on camera putting jars of our specialty items into her bag. Not just peanut butter, olive oil, preserves, everything. Butter's been stealing since her first week. Apparently, Diane had been running a small online business selling artisanal food items, at a markup. When confronted, she admitted to framing me because I had questioned some discrepancies in her inventory reports her first week. The next day, I received a call from Yanush Marcus himself. His voice lacked its usual competence. I made a terrible mistake, he said. I should have investigated properly. I should have trusted you. He offered me my job back with a substantial raise and the title of executive Susieno. I let the silence stretch uncomfortably before responding. I appreciate the offer, Yanush, but I've actually accepted a position elsewhere. What I didn't tell him was that during my time at the diner, I'd befriended a regular customer, a restaurant investor, looking for a chef to partner with on a new concept. He'd been impressed with how I transformed the diner's basic menu and had offered me creative control and partial ownership in his new venture. 3 months later, we opened Redemption, a neighborhood bistro that quickly became known for its unpretentious but expertly crafted comfort food. On opening night, a delivery arrived, a gift basket containing a jar of maple bourbon peanut butter with a note from Elena and the kitchen staff. We always believed in you, Chef Marcus came in for dinner last week. He didn't recognize me at first as I moved confidently through my restaurant greeting guests and checking on tables. When he finally realized who I was, his face registered shock, then genuine admiration. Your food tells your story, he said after his meal. It's honest and confident. I'm sorry I didn't see that in you. I thanked him for coming and complimented his dessert, a peanut butter chocolate tart that has become our signature dish. Sometimes being wrongfully accused doesn't break you, it simply redirects you to where you were always meant to be.